Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Griftlands, where today we are pushing through to the end, and I mean, that sure does look like Kashio's face there. Yeah, okay, so we do have the same boss at the end of every rush. I assume that's going to be the same for each character's brawl mode, right? Like the final character in their story is probably pretty set. So we have money. Let us perhaps spend the money. Now, we don't have a mid-boss, so there's not necessarily a guarantee that we will even see another graft. So I'm not going to buy bothering graft slots. Hey, Frolic, I like to have a pet, please. I think it is good to have a pet. Wow, 200 shills. Apparently, gelling is just like a real premium. It's a real premium friendly pet. You know what? I will spend all of my money on. Look at that super armored fleed. That's amazing. Absolutely worth every dollar we had. Let's go negotiate. Let's buy this really expensive pet and then not get any use out of them immediately. That is a very powerful look, though. The aesthetic is mighty. You can't really argue with that. Okay, how do I want to do this? Well, we can, of course, open up with the boosted subtleties. So you have... If secret intel is destroyed under your ownership, you lose the negotiation. Ah. Okay, so what we really want to do here is get through a significant amount of Nup's health, and then blow these up. Yeah, because dude hits hard, so if we take those on early, it could be very bad news indeed. Well, why don't we open with promoted thinking? Okay, I'll take that. I was kind of hoping for draw, but that'll do. That's something. And then we'll just draw in a different way. So I'm debating whether I think that we wanna. You know what? Let's go ahead and complement. That makes boosted subtlety really easy. Do I want to just play boosted appeal first? I mean, I'm kind of hoping to end up with more influence, but there's no guarantee I'll be able to do that. Okay, we're just kind of not getting there. I was definitely hoping to draw my way into one of our non sequiturs, but I guess I'm just gonna actually play the airtight. Yeah, I think so. And then we're just gonna take a very large amount of damage here. It's fine. We'll restore it all later. Okay, that's a lot of damage arguments. So this we don't have to worry too much about. We don't really have a card here that's incredible for our duplicity or anything. And we have no card draw. So this just kind of sucks, actually. Yeah, that's not going to do anything for us. We could drop a trounce here, but honestly, I just don't know that it's worth it. Here, let's duplicity for... Well, I guess this enduring non sequitur is not going to do anything at all this turn. But here, we'll get ourselves a bunch of influence, and then we'll boosted setup, mostly just to be playing a green card. And then I think at this point we maybe veer off and start collecting the other things, ending the turn with 3 actions up. So it's hard to know what we're going to get off of Ergo because our whole deck is in our discard pile right now. But I guess we should open with that. I do just want to see more cards. And then, like, probably Mending Drain over Enduring Non Sequitur. So I'm debating here whether I think it is worth grabbing the extra quest rewards. If it's just money or something, then we don't really get that much benefit out of it, right? I think I'm just gonna go for the kill. Let's just try to drop him. So let's start with draw a card. Okay. Well, a lot of that stuff is not capable of dealing damage. That's that's where I'm at. So we can just kill here. I'm looking at our hand and trying to think if there's a way through. Yeah, let's start with buying time, because I want to get that played. That lets me play Mending Drain at the very least, because I could use the heal. And then we just enhanced Intrigue to blow it up, right? But we can maybe get one of these down. So the only thing in my discard pile right now is Brainstorm. Not exactly what I want to be drawing. We have quite a lot of damage from this. Right, well, it's going to be 7 and then 9, is that right? So it'll carry some damage over to here. I think we just have one reward plus the kill in hand. Oh no, it was 10 and 12. I thought the number it was showing was already accounting for the vulnerability. I guess not. I guess we may as well draw some. Let's go ahead and Promoted Thinking. See what we get. All right. Yeah, mostly I'm just curious if we can take home another reward. Definitely play Planning. Let's put this back on top, because that's not doing anything for us. So Flatter's going to let us do 5 damage to everything. We can't get enough influence to make Appeal free. Yeah, I guess this just doesn't. There's no way that this quite works. Oh, it's gonna do a really silly amount of damage, actually. We have so many boosting effects, I can't even keep track of all of them. Oh, except I don't. Oh no, I do have 1 influence. It's unfortunate that I would have to spend it to pop this, because what I really want to do, obviously, is big plead and then the huge flatter. But let's just do this and end it. Was the bonus reward metal? Was that worth 2 metal? Duplicate target bounty or inception is maybe cool for like when we have weakness up, but or not weakness, but vulnerability. But probably none of those cards are actually worth it. Rewards for secret intel? 2! Exclamation point. We have received 2 factorial. Okay, 20 metal and an amnesiator. All right, that's interesting. I will take that. So those were totally worth it. Those were absolutely worth having. I mean, I guess let's just increase max resolve. We certainly don't need to gain 30 current resolve. Do we want to do a little bit of both? So we can get a little bit of restoration going on. Yeah. Right, I do, in fact, demand that Nofri likes release Tark. Ah, man, I'm not so good at the intimidation, but boy, I'll say this: brawls are a really good way to earn a lot of metal. It seems like. All right, well, I'm gonna open with an enduring non sequitur. We're just gonna get that done, and then, unfortunately, really terrible draw, really just awful hand, and 1 entire damage. I'm not going to play the buying time. Probably that's not a huge surprise to anybody. Ow, my face. That's a real shame. That's not what I was hoping for. Oh, it's not up to 2 cards. It's guaranteed 2 cards. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Let's draw 3. I really do want to get the medal. I'm a little worried that I'm going to actually lose the battle, though. We're getting hit for $1 billion. Okay, duplicity is interesting. I don't know that it's appropriate just yet, but maybe we do like duplicity into promoted thinking, even though it's kind of an ugly play. Because I don't think I want to drop boosted playing field this turn. So we will absolutely incept some vulnerability, and then like some fluster is probably also a good idea. Because boy, we are taking some damage. And also, look at all these stacks of intimidation. Clearly, I am terrifying. Alright, well, let's start by earning ourselves a little bit of influence. We're gonna need that. So we're not going to be able to get Pale Airtight off for free no matter what we do. I'm just going to go ahead and play it. Pretty handy. We're going to use planning to put that back on top of the deck, and then, yeah, may as well burn this. See, like, I'm not 100% opposed to cards that create resolve, but it's nice when they're when they're like airtight, where it's like I play the card once, it costs a couple of actions, and then it generates 50 resolve over the course of the fight. I would actually really love to be rid of that. Let's open with a setup as ever. What do I want to amnesiate? To be perfectly honest with you, Inspirational Talk is just like a very boring card. $12 damage. This guy. So many of my cards have gotten so bad. So gain 2 influence then. Alright, so this is almost as much damage, but it doesn't cost me any influence. Quite the opposite, in fact. Sadly, all of my health up, or all of my resolve from Airtight is going to the wrong place. Well, I think we just do, you know, lethal. I think we just do lethal. We probably don't want another Airtight. A Plum is, like, fine. It's definitely not better than fine. Alright, easy. So really, it was negotiation or combat. We should probably do... Ooh, do I have cards I want to... I must have cards I want to pull. There are 27 cards in this deck. So what would it be? Like, Stab of the Mirror, maybe? This is a card that's just like, it's not really doing anything special. No, it's probably one of the Lucid Strikes. I appreciate them getting out of the deck, but even so, it would be better if they were just out of the deck, right? I don't even want to draw them. So... I do feel like I want to just get in a fight. I know lowering our health right before the boss battle is maybe a little bit sketchy. But I want to make sure that we have the resolve for the thing before the boss battle that makes the boss battle easier, right? So, how do we want to open up here? I mean, a Giant Stinger is a pretty good opening play. God, we have a lot of good stuff here. So I am getting hit. Who is hitting me? Who has the audacity? So I am the only person who's going to deal any damage at all on this turn. Because I cannot trust my teammates to behave in a sensible fashion. Yeah, give me that disc. That seems pretty good. All right, and then with one left, Chamber's not going to get me where I'm going on defense, but playing this will level it up, or I could just gain a ton of combo because you lose half of it whenever you take damage, right? So a Hilt Bash now leaves me with more total combo than Chamber does, I believe. And then I guess I have the ability to throw one of those out. Oh, interesting. Do I want to take another action? I think I do. Because we can just drop this dude. Oh, the second attack doesn't bounce over to another target. I just don't get it. Yep, solid contribution, everyone. Really good work. Alright, well, there's no real reason to start with anything other than Wild Lunge. There's an argument for Hilt Bash first. And there's not really anything I can do about this damn effigy. I'm just going to take damage from the effigy. I definitely don't think it's right to just not play cards. Our combo points are getting halved every time we take damage from it, though. That does suck, actually. Yeah, all right, I'll pass. Do we have the ability to remove the effigy from our deck at the removal place? I didn't even look for it because I, sort of had like a plan in mind. All right, well, if I play Absolute Domination now, no, I don't have a way of generating combo. Yeah, I was thinking, like, if we could just get up to... If we could play it now and then play an attack after it, it should still work on that attack, right? I guess I could generate combo... No, maybe not. Alright, so we can play Jirackle Free Fighting. That's pretty good here. And the question is just, do I want to exert into the Haymaker? Because the Haymaker's pretty solid. I think I do. Do you have... Okay, you have an evasion, so obviously we don't want to run into that. I wish I could see the base values. I don't remember what this card costs when it is not boosted. Is it 1? I hope it's 1. So, I mean, do I want to just obliterate this guy? I think that was worthwhile. And then 5 to 10 is probably not going to let us knock his formation off, which is a shame. Let me dig for something here. Okay, that was not bad. Oh. Okay, I can only attack as Nitho. Well, then I guess I keep doing it. Do I throw in a quick letter opener as well? I think so. And then I could exert to play some stuff, but I think I will stop stealing actions from the future right there. And we're a pretty good percentage of the way through as Nithos health. I think we are going to have to buy food. All right, let's go for just getting you out of the fight, shall we? You know what, I'm gonna prod this guy again just to get rid of his free armor effect. I'm gonna gain a really silly amount of combo. And we're not going to be able to get to lethal, I don't think. No. Well, actually, if your attack is guaranteed to do 5, no, I still don't quite make it. I think I am going to throw up my kidney shot here. Let's just maybe lessen the incoming damage a tiny little bit. I'm doing that mostly because I think this is probably the last turn. So let's discard the Screamer, which is not very good here, and... Oh, that was some interesting draws, actually. Sal's combo daggers, maybe? Alright, give me a barbed switchblade. Pretty solid. And then it probably feels like this is the right move, right? And that, yep, that should be enough. But why would I ever let anybody else take all the credit? That's right, I forgot that enemies no longer surrender to us on account of a thing I took. So we do actually have to kill everybody every battle. So get cheaper or have ambush. I think get cheaper. We don't really need it up right away, right? We don't usually end the first turn with 8 combo. It takes a little while. Give me more combo. Give me more combo. Yeah, we try to get there as fast as we can. I do think that the Vrock Plume is pretty okay. This thing has replenish. Admiralty Intel is actually useful for our deck, but I don't know if it's useful enough to put it, like, to take up a card slot. Like, it's a card that does something, which is nice. Deal 3 bonus damage if you have any combo, then gain 2 combo. You know what? An attack that gains combo, I think, is still a useful thing. All right, once again, killer, not so bad. You know, I'd be pretty bummed out if we got the murderous reputation card that lowers the damage you deal with diplomacy cards while it's out, while it's in your hand. All right, let's take a moment here and buy some stuff. First of all, I would love a fish cake. Secondly, am I allowed to remove the effigy? No, I am not. Right, because the effigy is not actually in my deck. The Bane creates the effigy at the beginning of each combat, right? We see that happen. So I think I will just burn this. No reason not to, right? That's very expensive. 5 bonus damage on turn 1. I mean, sure. It just does that, and then it gets out of your deck, get out of your way. Seems like a very easy investment. All right, let's do it. I could certainly use some help, probably. A civilian promoted wealthy merchant. In what way exactly are you intending to help? I guess we know sometimes wealthy people have like a lot of grenades. That would be that would be pretty handy. Get me some influence to start with. 10 damage to my influence. That's rough. Well, we'll probably go through quite a lot of it, as I often do. No reason not to boost setup. And then it's like, do I amnesiator one of my boosted subtleties maybe? Do I need more subtlety? I kind of like the visionary fast talk. The drawing of cards is pretty solid. I'm not sure if I want to amnesiator anything in this hand, actually. All right, let's try that again. Okay. I will go ahead and zero cost that out, which seems very helpful. There's no way we're going to get to a place where our influence is safe, though. It's just a very large amount of damage. Let's do a little bit of quick thinking here. Ugh. Not what I was looking for. Well, I guess let's go ahead and take this. We'll throw some composure on that, even though it's not going to matter. It'll still reduce the amount of damage I take when it goes off. And I guess I should have done this earlier in the turn for maximum value, but I'm just going to put Strong Point back on top. Right, I forgot the Resolve was going to go away at the end of the turn and take all of its, or the Influence is going to go away and take all of its Resolve with it, unfortunately. Well, let's go level playing field. I would love it if that stopped happening. Okay. Duplicity is actually not a very good play here. But I guess this is the best we can do for the turn. Oh, that's a shame. That leaves it at exactly dead. You know what? I'm just going to dismiss your intent. I would really have liked for that to be a thing we could survive just through generating Resolve, but of course the Resolve is randomly targeted. Oh no, all these kicks in my back. Let's put Killer back on top, I guess, because at least when we draw that, we draw another card. Would be neat to actually hold on to some influence. And then I guess there's no reason not to spend the money. Right, we'll probably never actually have a use for money ever again, so. Okay, we can work with this. So first of all, even more damage. So we have 2 influence. Let's start by spending 1 on that. Little baby brainstorm. Okay, do I want to amnesiator a card out of my deck? Because I do have the option of doing so right now. I think the answer is no. I think let's do a mending drain, get our heal, and then just blow this up. Okay, gain an action and draw a card. There's a lot of that going around lately. And now we're even better at planning. So improvise a card from the draw pile or draw 2. It's got to be draw 2. Since improvise is still very unreliable, I don't think we need to mess with this anymore. All right, here it comes. So I do kind of love opening with charged disc. I think this is, yeah, this is pretty compelling. So we're going to do both of these things. We're probably going to exert, is my feeling. Like, I definitely want to get initial bay boxing down. And then, yeah, let's go exertion. So I'm going to lose all my combo anyway when we get double hit in a second here. Or I guess I could evade one of the hits and just get my influence halved. Doesn't really seem... you know what? I think we do it anyway. Just because, you know, avoid taking damage where you can in the boss fight. I'm going to also throw some impair up here. Let's see if we can... keep our pets and stuff alive. I love the Fleet's little jetpack. That's really excellent. Unfortunately, I was about to say max HP seems pretty low, but if you're able to armor yourself for 22 damage, I think it gets a little bit better. Alright, this thing again. Let's set up the free fighting, and then we're going to Lifter Claw. Oh, interesting. It didn't do the other half. I was really expecting it to. Alright, well, if we were ever going to summon a feral Autodog, this would be the time. And then I kicked you in the face. I mean, it's looking pretty good. We're getting through the health quickly. Although this gimmick is definitely very annoying. I don't know that it's worth playing. I guess if we don't play Pale Domination now, we're not going to do very much this turn. I'm going to guess it's this one. I guessed incorrectly. Yeah, poor Autodog. Well, actually, my team's going to dismiss one of the Kashios before combat happens. Still, though. Well, it contributed, you know. So, we're definitely going for Rain of Blades here. That seems pretty handy. Let's start with Promoted Fight Dirty just so that we know what we're looking at here. Okay, I'll take a power. That seems pretty okay. So we have some good combo generation. Somebody on our side is doing just a tremendous amount of damage this turn. I don't really have... Yeah, I just have kind of like baby combo. So I think I would rather do Tall Sneak Attack. Followed by gaining 4 combo. And sadly, we are only almost there. Because the person we recruited to help us is like juggling or something instead of participating in combat. There we go. She just had to let me get hit a little bit first. Had to feel like I earned it. Alright, so we did get an achievement. I can't remember what those are called. We got whatever that thing is for completing a brawl. Remove one of your arguments, inceptions, or bounties to gain 2 actions. That's pretty cool. Empathy is a weird one. I guess if you play it early in the battle, like you play it first turn, a lot of the time you will be restoring nothing to them but prepping yourself for the fight, so that's pretty cool. Domineer seems alright. Improvise a card from your draw pile and duplicate it. That's pretty cool. Oh wow, we got a second pack. I am surprised. So expend any number of cards to gain 1 smarts for each card expended. Gain an extra action at the start of your turn, then reduce smarts by 1. Okay, so that seems alright. Expend all non-hostility cards in the discard pile to deal 2 damage to a random opponent argument for every card expended. That's tricky. You have to have done... Like, in order for this to be good, you have to kind of have done a bad job building your deck. I guess you're going to end up with some purples. You can use it to expend your purples. Yeah, I don't know. I like the flavor and mechanics intermingling on this card. You know, the first impression's the most important one. And then a bunch of discard stuff. Into the Night seems pretty alright. Alright, I mean the brawl was fun. I think we're definitely mostly going to stick to real runs, but I could see the brawl being valuable as sort of just like a very concentrated version of the experience if you don't have as much time or something. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, I don't exactly know who. You know what? Let me know who you would like to see another run with, and also like if there's a particular strategy you would like to see me try to force, go ahead and leave that in the comments as well, and we'll figure out who's next that way. So come back next time to see what we as a group have decided, and we'll see you then.